We're Tom and Tracy, retired couple from St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome to Sailing Bucket List, and welcome to the beautiful North Channel.
Next series of videos are going to be of our trip from Charlevoix, Michigan to the North Channel for about a month, maybe a little longer. This episode is number 21, Onward to the Benjamins, the Jewel of the North Channel.
Episode 21 chronicles our journey from Heywood Island all the way to the Benjamins. It's done in 3 sections. The first section gets us from Heywood through the swing bridge into Little Current and then on to Rouse.
Okay, Chunky, flag button. Okay.
Looks like an early morning departure. Where are we heading?
We have a long way to go. We have to go all the way to Little Current, which is about 7.9 miles away.
What are we going to be doing today?
Well, we have to make the 8 o'clock bridge. That's first and foremost. Then we are reprovisioning, taking Leroy out to lunch, and then go to a happy hour.
So the next hour and a half is probably the last time for a while that we're going to be east of Little Current. Is that about right?
That's probably true. Maybe till next year.
Having left Heywood Island, we're approaching the Little Current swing bridge, moving from west to east, and then into the port of Little Current. As we approach the port of Little Current, we noticed a large cruise ship at the dock. It will be a busy day in Little Current for us. We're reprovisioning for 16 days because we don't know how long it's going to take us to get to the U.S. We're also going to visit Roy Eaton from the Little Current Cruisers Net.
On entering Little Current, we reprovisioned and then went to the Anchor Inn and met Roy Eaton, the host of the Little Current Cruisers Net. We had a wonderful lunch and visited his studio.
The red line on this map shows the first part of this journey, from Heywood to Little Current and then Rouse. The blue line shows the second part of this journey, going from Rouse to Louisa and then Logan.
And we are located here at Logan Bay on Clapperton Island. Now, just a little bit of history. 2 days ago, Friday night, we left Little Current and we anchored at Rouse Island. Their anchorage right here on this Bedford Island called Rouse. Next day, we got up and we went out and we sailed up the Wabano Channel north and west because we were planning on spending last night at Louisa, which is a very nice anchorage. We decided to abandon Louisa and we motor sailed all the way down to Logan on Clapperton Island, and that's where we are now. Okay, Tracy, this is the 13th of August, Saturday, and where are we?
We're in Logan Bay.
Now, wait a minute. We were going to Louisa this morning.
Mm-hmm.
What in the heck happened?
We didn't like the looks of it with the way the wind was switching around. The wind is going to come from the east, and there were already, 4 boats in there? Well, it's not protected from the east.
And I don't know if you can tell, but this Logan, there is a boat. Where's he at? Okay, there's a boat over here. It was anchored before us. He's pointing to the northeast. And we are pointing due east.
We're pointing southeast.
Well, now, okay, we're switching around to the southeast. Anchor float is out. Amadras Island is over there across the, about a mile away. So, what do you think, Trace? Think this is a good anchorage?
I think we're set.
Oh, okay.
The yellow line on this map shows the third and final part of this journey. We travel from Logan Bay around the north end of Clapperton Island to the Benjamins.
Okay, so again, we're here in Logan Bay. I believe it's the 14th Sunday of August. We just completed for us, a somewhat exhaustive forecast study of the weather for the next 4 to 5 days. And luckily, it appears the weather's going to be rather mild with an easterly component to the wind, since we're in the next few days are going to head west to get back to Charlevoix. That is very beneficial for us. And we're not seeing anything in gusts above 10 or 12 knots.
Right.
So we're
And a gust of 12 knots coming from the east
would just help us.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Trace, come on over here.
Okay, so where are we going today?
So today the plan is, here's Logan on Clapperton Island, and we're going all of 5 miles to the Benjamin Islands right here. That's our anchorage on the south part of the Benjamins. And again, it's about 5 miles. It takes about 58 minutes.
A lot of people consider the Benjamins to be the jewel of the North Channel.
So that's where we're going. And then after that, stay tuned, because then we're going to...
It's our skillful skipper with a new beard taking us into the Benjamins. The enormous rocky islands you see there are the Sow and Pig at the entrance to the Benjamins. We're approaching from the south end of South Benjamin. There's a very fine anchorage there we've been in before. I think I see 5. Yeah, I see 5 or 6 boats in there. You can fit a lot of boats in there, especially since there's almost no wind, and there'll be almost no wind overnight. Entering the south end of South Benjamin.
All right, we have just arrived at the South Benjamin anchorage. We got here, there was one other sailboat coming in, and there was a powerboat coming in, and he abandoned it. He said it was too crowded. Here's the sailboat that came in. And there's another sailboat. And we have about 120 feet of road out, chain and road. So after some lunch, we're going to explore the Benjamin.
This is the view looking behind our dinghy as we leave the sailboat to explore the South Benjamin area.
to the left.
Very shallow now.
Well, so much for that. Having learned our lesson, we are now rowing the dinghy, searching for a place to come ashore.
Once ashore, Tom stays by the dinghy while I go walking to get some views from a high rock.
Now it was my turn. Tracy's at the dinghy, making sure it doesn't float away, while I went ashore and am exploring the Benjamins. We're on a rock in the Benjamins. We'll try to get to that height up there. We'll see. I believe that I'm not a geologist. I believe this is granite. You can see North Channel, my lovely bride. All the boats or bucket list is among those boats. So now we're going to continue on. Looks kind of like the surface of the moon, if you ask me. Almost to the top. Okay. So now, on top of this high rock, I am using what we call a poor man's drone, a very tall extension for our GoPro, turning 360 degrees, so you can see why the Benjamins are called the Jewel of the North Channel.
Monday morning, this little beautiful gray boat in front of us anchored last night less than 1 boat length from our boat. Now, 9:30 in the morning, we'd like to leave, and they're not on their boat, their dinghy's gone. We think our anchor chain is off to the right at 90 degrees, but there's no way to guarantee that. We tried calling, no response. So we're gonna give it a go. We've got our fenders down. I'm gonna have a boat hook and hope for the best.
Fortunately, our anchor chain did go to the right, and the chain pulled us away from his boat. We were able to safely leave South Benjamin anchorage.
We're leaving the beautiful Benjamins on the west side of the Benjamins now, heading northwest to Little Detroit.
So this concludes episode 21, Onward to the Benjamins, the Jewel of the North Channel. Join us next week as we head toward Little Detroit and then continue westward toward Charlevoix.
Be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we love seeing your comments.